today is the day where I finally build a storage area, and after that we embark on yet another adventure, finding ourselves some more breathtaking amplified terrain, and then I wrap everything up with one of the best, most over-the-top chicken farms you will ever see on YouTube. And welcome back, beautiful people, to another episode of our Amplified experience. I am really excited for what we have in store for you today because we are finally getting ourselves a storage area. That's right, if you missed last episode, we got ourselves a pair of Elytra and they are as amazing as I thought they were going to be, but we have a problem. We have way too many chests, way too many random things just sitting up here, and they are ugly. And this world is not ugly. This world is beautiful, and therefore it deserves something beautiful to be built within it. And so I've been scouting, I've been looking around what is good, and I have found out a couple things. One, I really love the jungle and I really love the amplified, but I also figured out there's like 3 main sections of this main base that I want. The first of which being off of here, this is our pond area, and everything over here is one section. However, this section doesn't have a lot of really steep cliffs. It kind of does here and there, but it's more mountainous and rugged, which really isn't practical for any sort of farms and stuff, which is where this second section comes in. This middle section, this big mountain, I already cleared off a little bit there. This is full of more extreme kind of jut outs, little islands even, and a little bit more flat ground that we can play around with. I mean, just look at this. We've got a flat plane here that can go down to here. There's some fun stuff that I have planned for this. But then after this middle mountain section, I saw a lot of comments talk about how beautiful this terrain generation is, and I am so inclined to agree. I love this feeling of being underneath this rock in this cave while still being outside. And as you might be able to tell, I cleared out some of the bushes over there. And I think right along this cliffside would be the perfect spot to put our storage area. And I know that sounds crazy. I've immediately lost you, donuts. You're insane. What do you mean? Well, first of all, let me show you this beautiful, beautiful terrain over here. Look at this. Like, we've got a lot of these, like I said, kind of more mountainous jut outs, but we've also got a lot of flat ground too. So we could put some farms, some really good travel paths in here. And this does go all the way up to the build limit, but down underneath there, we still have quite a few blocks before we get up here. So I can picture some nice pathways going up here. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want to show you. I finally want to show you some of the color palette. This is not the entire color palette, but just a little idea, and I want to plan this out with you. I know I'm supposed to work everything out in creative and have this really nice build for you when you get back, but that's not my style. I'm gonna get rid of these vines real quick. I think it's cool that you can grow all the way from the top of the world to the bottom of the world, but sometimes it gets in the way of my view. All right, that's a little bit better. And the reason I am really interested in building a storage area specifically on the edge of this is because that's what I did in my last amplified experience, but more so, I really liked it in my previous amplified experience, and I think I could do it a little bit better. And so I'm gonna try to build out at least a couple blocks, and I really want to make these builds in this world a lot more natural than you might think. Like, yes, we can have, oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot of bamboo. We'll have designed things, obviously, farms and such, but in terms of the bridges, in terms of the pathways, I really want this to feel natural, organic. Oh yeah, that's it. Yep. And then we're gonna continue on through there. We're going to terraform as we go. Oh, the yellow is perfect. And I will make that. Ooh, we've got wings, donuts. We could do this. Oh, there's a zombie. I've been doing flybys. Sorry, zombie. All right, so we've hit a little thing here. Let's go ahead and, oh, there's some zombies over here. That's okay. How does this look on this edge? This might be our stopping point. In fact, let's go ahead and jump through here and just like sit on a tree real quick. Yeah, that might be a natural stopping point. I mean, we could expand over there, especially, ooh, you know what? Does this lip go all the way around to our thing? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, never mind. We're continuing on. See, this is the organic feeling, and then we're going to slowly bring it up to that Phantoms. I've been trying to stay awake throughout the night to get phantoms to spawn in because of our elytra here, and I have done a decent job. We've got 25 phantom membranes, and I gotta say, I don't know if I'm ever going to get mending. I've been really enjoying the dynamic of not having mending, and I know it's kind of a big deal for a lot of people, so I think I might just stick with not having it. Plus, that saves me the headache from having to transfer a villager all the way up here, but we probably will still do that anyway. Especially now there's a new update that just came out today, or snapshot I should say. They changed how leads work, and you can now use a lead with a happy ghast and it will create some sort of like hot air balloon like basket underneath it with like a boat. It's so cool. I need the happy ghast in this world. It will help us out so much. It'll save us so much on our elytra durability, and I think I might not have increased our slope early enough, but that might not be a bad thing. In fact, let's go get some bamboo stairs. I know it's very, very different from where we were before in the previous episodes, but I also think that's kind of a good thing. We spent our first couple episodes over there. We need to expand. If I stay in one place too long, I kind of get bored. And if I build everything all in one central location, when we go to expand to all of these other beautiful places, it's going to be like, well, why should we go out there? There's nothing out there. So I like the fact that we've got our mountain over here. We're going to build our storage over here. There's creepers underneath here. Look at that. Oh, and we're so close to this. I'm actually going to get rid of some of this grass. Maybe we can put some stairs there for a little sunken in feeling, and we can bring it out maybe one block. Oh, I'm going to lose a lot of blocks this series, but there we go. We've got a little staircase. Do I want to make that straight down? I don't know. Before anything, what I want to do is I want to take a look at it, step back, and see how we feel about it. Ugh, that looks so bulky over there. I need it to curve more. We need to get rid of this edge for sure. Try to bring it this way a little bit. Maybe we can get rid of you. And then I think I'll put some like bamboo or jungle logs to kind of create a little border, because I do want a railing at the end of it. That looks a little bit better. I'm gonna leave it. I know it looks terrible right now, but this little like 3 wide gap is not even the storage that I have in mind. For example, let's go ahead and build out at least 2 more blocks in this area, because this is a nice flat rock cliff that I want to put some chests on. You're thinking, Donuts, how is this going to be a storage thing? All right, well, obviously we can dig into this mountain and put some chests in here just like so, and we can bring this all the way up to probably around there, which definitely gets us a lot of chests in one singular area. However, if we were to get rid of the first block of bamboo, we could then dig down a couple more, maybe even another one, and then we can put a chest all the way down there, and we will still be able to access it. Look at that. Now we have all of these chests from top to bottom. So that would be 9 chests. Look at that, 9 double chests right there. In fact, actually, I'm going to get rid of this bottom one. I think we'll stick with 8. I think 8 will be good, because then we got to worry about the half slabs. And so we can have 2 chests underneath all of these chests. And then from there, we can put in any sort of decoration blocks that we want. I was obviously thinking something to do with the jungle. Oh yeah. And then we can have like an overhang with maybe some green leaves or maybe some dark oak wood over the pathway. But if we do this, we're going to need to have the pathway, well, be more than just a floating pathway of nothingness. And I might have already done too much, but I wanted to get you guys an example of what we're doing here, because even though this space felt really big, once we start putting in the chests like that, it's gonna start getting really small. But I am already loving the free-flowing form of this. So let's do something real quick. I want to come back up here and kind of make like a mock-up of what we might be able to do down there, just so that way I'm not wasting blocks placing and losing them down in the abyss. So that's what our platform looks like right now. However, I want to bolster it up a little bit. So I'm going to try maybe some jungle logs. Maybe right here we can have some regular bamboo, and this can come up like so. And what we could possibly do, we could even do this. We could curve this back to the stone stone so that way it looks a little bit connected, but how would we do that? I know everybody likes to put fences on everything to kind of make it look chained up and everything, and that might just work. I like the slabs here. I don't know about that one, but I like this. But in order to make a more convincing illusion, I think we're going to need like a thicker outer rim like so, and maybe kind of encapsulate this and then maybe make that a little bit bigger so that way you get the feeling, yeah, okay, that looks a little bit better. And then it's just a matter of how do we want that to connect. I'm very much leaning towards the jungle logs here. Ooh, what if we had the jungle logs with the bamboo? I think that gets lost. That gets lost. Well, if that's the case, then what if we had the bamboo with the jungle wood like so? I'm still leaning towards the jungle, especially against the stone. I think that's going to pop out a lot better than this. I think this is a little bit too samey with the bamboo. And you know what? Just having that slab there is doing a really good job of convincing me of this illusion. But now, what if we added in a splash of dark oak? I really like the contrast of dark oak. Wow, that looks really good. Dark oak to me looks like a really hydrated wood, like it's damp and wet, like something's been on it. What if we had these dark oak fences right there? I'm kind of liking it. It's so hard to tell with this little mock-up though. I think I'm just gonna need to build it. I just feel like I still haven't convinced you guys, but y'all need to trust me. There's a lot of wacky ideas I have for this episode, and you're just gonna need to see it through. So I'm gonna work some stuff off camera. I'm gonna get this built up a little bit more, and believe me, you're gonna love it. How about now? Do you believe me now? Does that look good? I know it's so tiny on your screen. Here it is zoomed in a little bit, but this is kind of a big zoom. I built out a little bit more of the facade, and I'm really glad it's turning night because I think this looks really, really good at night. But as you can see, this is exactly what I said. Some chests in the wall with some wood. We put some wooden jungle planks in the back there with some jungle leaves in the front. I've put some glowstone underneath the chest to light it up a little bit. I think it looks quite nice. Now, this is just one section, and believe me, we're not going to turn this entire thing into jungle wood and chest. I do have some plans for little other, I guess, motifs or designs. I bone mealed, as you can see, some firefly plants, which I think if you listen closely, yeah, there's some little firefly noises, which I don't know if they're going to live here permanently, but I do want to kind of cut off this section here and have some plantery or greenery here because I think that'll look pretty good. And I did decide to go with the dark oak on the edge here instead of regular oak or jungle wood. I knew that jungle wood would look kind of okay, but it just felt really plain, and I think it blended in really well. And this dark oak is really, really contrasty, but I think it looks better from away. Like that right there. Oh, see, that's what sells me on it every single time. Every single time I'm like, I don't know about the dark oak, but yeah, that looks really good to me. I love how bright and vibrant that is. I love the yellow bamboo. I don't know what it says about the build here. Oh yeah, that it looks better the further away you get. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm really happy with this. I very, very much am. And as you can see, I did put down some jungle planks right here to kind of give it that attached feeling to the wall. We are going to need to do something to bulk up the bottom. Oh yeah, and I added leaves down there. I think that's a good touch. I'm not sold on like this half. I don't know how I'm going to do the bottom and how to kind of blend it in, I guess. This bamboo looks really bad, but the fact that it's on such a different level, I don't know. It's all in a work in progress. And something else that we could potentially do on either side, I don't know exactly where. Maybe this might not be the best example. Let's go over here, get rid of these fences, because I did have the thought in the past on my previous worlds, I did really enjoy using glass and then wool. Like if I had some wool, like some green wool or something, or gray or another color that maybe blend in a little bit better. If we hop back on up here, that doesn't look terrible. Instead of those fences, if we do decide to go with glass, which I mean, honestly, it might be up to you beautiful people, then I might like connect these. Oh, there goes that jungle wood. I've done that so much, but we might connect them to make it look like one continuous railway or railing, because then we could just jump over anyway. I don't know. I'm not entirely sold. I could go either way here. And we did connect this up to this leg. You know, it's basically some very rudimentary block placing. I'm not really super happy With this, I will adjust it to kind of smoothen it out a little bit, but I am a big fan of the natural feeling we've got going on so far. Now, as far as this side is concerned, this is kind of difficult for me. This feels really wide, so I kind of want to smoothen it out a little bit. It's just a really sharp curve, and this is exactly what one of my biggest weaknesses is in Minecraft, is doing natural stuff, having natural curves, and especially once we get to here, I think I'm going to need to really stretch this out. Maybe to there, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what this looks like. And we are going to need to get rid of a lot of these vines throughout the world. That's like my biggest annoyance right now. Let's see what these look like. The fences. I was able to find a dark oak forest close by. No, that was in the last episode when we got our wings. And I gotta say, it is my favorite wood still in Minecraft. This and spruce. I just really like the saturation. It's really contrasty, and I think it goes really well with the jungle. And for sure, I want to have some like lamp posts on it eventually with some lanterns. I think that'll look really good. And I think in terms of width, I think this feels pretty good. That is a little bit too big, so I might bring it in a little bit more depending on how close we get to here. I might even shave off a little bit of this to kind of pull us over here a little bit. Let's see how this looks from afar. Yep, I definitely like that a whole lot better than what we had before. Yeah, that is really good. Oh, but the glass looks really good too. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Let's get the FOV going here. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the glass now. But the next phase is going to be putting in these support beams. And these are really difficult to do because, well, we're over a huge cliffside. But what I've been able to do is I've been able to use scaffolding, which, by the way, like, Mojang, if you're watching, I think we could rework scaffolding a little bit, can't we? I think we can make it a little bit more powerful. I think, oh man, dang it, there goes another one. I think it works decently well right now, but I also think that we could make it even better. I'm going to try to do this and bring this down a couple, bring this down a couple. Oh, that's going to be a really long one, isn't it? Oh, but that looks good. That looks good. It doesn't all need to line up with each other. That's fine. One of the problems with scaffolding I've noticed is that you can't place it on the side of a block. You can only place it on the side of another scaffolding, which makes a lot of sense. It just doesn't serve the purpose that I want it to, so I'm gonna complain about it. And of course, I really think the whole 6 block or 6 scaffolding limit is a little arbitrary because, for example, the biggest problem in Minecraft is building down. In fact, doing exactly this is one of the biggest problems in Minecraft, because now I want to place a block underneath this one and I have to dig down. But wouldn't it be great if I could just place a scaffolding right here, but I can't. So I'll either need to place another block, which if I need 2 blocks to be doing my building, then might as well just carry some random junk blocks. And then I think for this one, let's get rid of these torches. Yep, goodbye torch. Yeah, we got an Enderman problem down there again. I think I'm gonna put it that way. I think going that way might be really good. And that was, believe it or not, like the easiest one to put in. So now let's fly away. I've been using so much durability on our wings here. It's terrible. But honestly, that looks perfect. That looks great. Like I said, we need to bulk and bolster the bottom of it, but I think that looks really good. You could see this one is just connected down there. I think I want to cut it off maybe around there and connect it sideways. I might even do it down there. Let's do that on camera. Let's show you what I mean by it. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Oh, dang it, missed it. And then we're gonna get rid of this one. Missed it again. Kind of make it look like it's connecting there. We might even make that just the regular jungle wood, you know, like this type of jungle wood instead of the logs. Yeah, we might have to go with the logs. I don't know, one of the two. Maybe it'll help once we get more put in. I really want to put in this one on camera with you beautiful people though. Because like I said, scaffolding would be great, but I've got nothing to put it on. So I've just got to use the basic blocks, make my way down. And I get that it's because scaffolding is like a block affected by gravity that you can't just like put it on the side anywhere. But in terms of like the purpose of scaffolding, I feel like it's a little bit of a missed opportunity. All right, jungle, can you please? Okay, now I need to like shift click. Okay, all right, that's a little bit weird. Yeah, because when you shift, you go down. That's another scary thing about it. So let's get that log go down, I think 2 more times. Yep, 2 more times. We'll put a torch down 2 more times. Let's get that torch. Go down, torch, log, and I want to go down again, but I'm too far up. So now I've just got to say goodbye to all of that scaffolding. Oh man, we're gonna have zombies and stuff holding on to everything down there. Let's get you down. Let's get the torch out of here. Like I said, I'm losing a lot of resources with this build, and it's the same. I got to get rid of all of these blocks to go down. We'll get you, and then I think we'll go one more torch, and then I think this one I want to be facing that way. And maybe, you know what, after the 2, here's what we could do. We could do that again and then make it stagger going that way. That might look nice. Now this is all going to be spawnable spots for all of the monsters, I realize now. But let's go ahead. We'll do that. Let's get rid of our blocks. And I did go to the end and I got a lot more ender pearls because I hope that's going to help us. Help us not use our elytra so much. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. The little slope that we have there, that looks so good. Let's go up on our little platform. Boink. That's it. That is magic. I think if we just move that block down or something, that could look really good. All right, we have the shape. Man, I really like that. That looks so good. All right, but you get all of the hard work that I'm gonna do to put in all of these different supports in here, right? And there's no rhyme or reason between the spacing of them. It's just whatever feels right. So I think I kind of want to put one right here just because it's vertical, and then we'll go some distance away, maybe around here. I usually like putting them so that they can attach onto a fence. I don't know. I feel like that feels good. Can't place anything underneath here, so that's just gonna be a block. And then maybe potentially right at the top here, just to designate this is the top of everything. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, I'll pretty it up off camera, but let's work out one of these lantern designs. Oh man, the fireflies are so cool. The sound, I do love the sound in the new sand and the new fireflies. I feel like that's really cool. I also want to make some chains. I can't believe I remembered that recipe. Okay, you know what, let's just do that. I think chains will be good. And between you and me, I love using lanterns, so I'm gonna make quite a bit. All right, 38 should be a decent start. Let's keep this iron on us just in case. And you know what? I'm sorry, I'm just spitballing all of the ideas here. I love this. It feels so much like an entrance, and we're definitely gonna have this pathway continue on that way because I've got some stuff planned for over there. But I'm also thinking is we could get rid of this and extend this out just a little jut out and have it be kind of like a diving board for when we're here at this base or whatever we're calling this base, that we could just jump off with our rings and just go to wherever we want to go. I think that could be pretty cool. But now for this lantern design, we could do something pretty simple. We could do some fences, some chains. I almost looked at that Enderman that's over there, and then some fences up top, and then a little lantern like that. That doesn't look horrible. In fact, what might make it better is if we take that down and go get a wall of some sort. My first thought is like deep slate. I think that goes well with the rock. I think it goes well with the wood. And obviously the chain, so that's not too terrible. Maybe polished. Ooh, I like the polished deep slate. But I also love me the deep slate tile. And the brick is just classic, man. I'm telling you, deep slate, best block in the game. I think tile or the wall, I think those are the two front runners. But I think there's a new type of wall, but I don't know if I have any of the stuff to make of it. I do. All right. Yeah, there's a tough wall, a polished tough wall, and a regular tough wall or tough brick wall. And this is a perfect example of how great the bundles are. You have all of these tiny little things that you don't necessarily need. You just put them in the bundle and they're away. That looks ugly. What about that one? That one doesn't look too bad. What about this polished one? Ooh, that's kind of soft. I do not mind that. I just think I like these more. Yeah, unfortunate, but that's okay because I think I've got another thing for the tough block for us to do momentarily. And I think I'm gonna go with the wall or the tile. I love that deep slate tile. And now is just the question of where do we put them? I want to get rid of these torches and kind of see where the light naturally goes. We are going to get some residual light from this, and I might move the glowstone back a little bit so that the leaves can actually be inside of this wall build, whatever it is. Oh, and how are we going to do this if this is glass? It'll have to just be a part of it. Oh, we're going to need to put one here. Got 2 chains. And then do I want it to go? I think I want it to go that way. Let's put on a lantern. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I don't know if this is spawnable or not. Oh, it's pretty close, but it's still pretty safe. So I love it. I don't want to put them everywhere. This might even be too close. And in terms of an alternate method of lighting this up, ooh, I've got an idea. Oh, look at it from this angle. Oh, it looks so nice, doesn't it? And you see, that's kind of why that angle right there, that's kind of why I don't want this entire thing to be wood and jungle and leaves, because, well, the entire world is jungle and leaves. So we're going to do different types and different styles of like sections of this build, of this storage area. But I just grabbed some redstone because I have this idea that maybe we could use some redstone lamps if we make a lever, and then maybe just occasionally, this is an even number. Of course, you're an even number. You are also an even number. Dang it. And now it's raining. Anyway, let's just do this real quick. Oh, goodbye. We could put it down there, and then, oh, I think I might have to do a flyby here. You know what? For now, I'm just going to put it on the side and probably lose that lever. I don't know how I feel about that. If we need some extra lighting, we could also do that. I am not entirely sure. I feel like I'm not liking that as much. Maybe if anything, putting it right in the center of the walkway might be better. But now I want to try and figure out what's going to go on the inside of this pathway. And for that, I think I'm going to need some dark oak logs, or dark oak wood at the very least. Because when you, especially walking down right here, it feels a little odd, doesn't it? I want to get these stairs too. I was thinking like, oh, this is going to be awkward. If we put a stair right here, and then we can just continue this down. I feel like we just need some way of like, I don't know if I like that at all. Let's do it for this section. Oh, goodbye, bamboo. Yeah, I wanted to, oh man, that looks horrible. Never mind about that. That looks terrible. I wanted something to like indicate that, hey, this is the last block of the row. And like maybe if we put on a different color, like on the other side, like maybe this will be okay. Dang it. Those stairs look horrible. And that definitely creates that border that I was talking about. We're not going to put anything here, but maybe if it was like a block down, I just think that looks terrible, especially right here. This is a little tight. I might push this up a little bit. Yeah, all of those look worse than the original, what we originally had. This might be the case where we might have found one instance where we can use this green bamboo, but once we get to the half slabs, I mean, I guess we could just do this. I don't know. I don't know if I like that at all. I think I'm going to keep it the normal yellow. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion and kind of share with you my thoughts, because this is the kind of stuff that you don't see in normal Minecraft Let's Plays. Usually people have already figured it out. They've tested it in a creative world. But like I said in that episode 1, I really want this to be like an organic Let's Play, just how a normal person plays Minecraft. And that's definitely what we're going for here. Even though I think this is a lot of fun playing in an amplified world, and you guys are loving it too. Yeah. This looks so much better than anything we had before. So if I were to do anything, it would just keep it like this, or I would put in some dark oak here and maybe push this back a little bit to make it feel a little bit more spacious. But overall, I think this is really good. We've got lots of chests in here. This will be our kind of natural blocks, our wood blocks, but we also need to expand this section. And to do that, we're going to need another theme. This is kind of our wood overworld section. Oh, here's a little shortcut I've been taking. Look at that. Oh, I love ender pearls. Let's get rid of this rain, and I am going to take this stone because the stone section is next, and I should probably take this stone cutter. And so obviously we have some options between our deep slate, regular stone, but I do want to try the brand new tough blocks. They're brand new to me, even though I know they've been in Minecraft for quite some time now. But I also saw a couple comments asking me to show you what my mine shaft looks like, because I know people kind of do it differently. What I like to do, especially now, I like to have 2 different levels of my mine shaft. The first one is going to be right where old diamond level was. I do this mainly for the different types of stone and specifically dirt, because I love strip mining for dirt. That's a weird sentence, I know, but instead of terraforming or digging out a big hole in the overworld, going down underground and having a big hole that you just mine dirt for is awesome. So this is what I've got. I've got these mine shafts split apart every 3, because you're going to be able to see this block and that block. And I don't believe a singular diamond can spawn here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong about that. But this has served me well to get me a ton of diamonds. And I would love, yeah, let's get some of this cobbled deep slate. I'm going to use a shulker box too, because I also want, yes, okay, that's not a lot of tough, but it'll have to do. I recently thinned out the herd of cows over here. We've got plenty of wheat now, thanks to the wheat that we were farming up there. I put in some additional chests for the mob farm, which is working super great. I'm so happy with it. And I'm gonna want to repair this axe. My anvil is gone. Okay, I think I brought it over here. Oh, doesn't that look so cool? Once we get the supports in, the braces in, yeah, I think that's gonna be awesome. All right, so 3 diamonds is that much. 2 okay, well, that's cheaper and cheaper. So yeah, we're gonna do all that. Sweet. But now let's head over. If this is our wood section, I'm thinking of maybe putting in the stone section there, right? You got stone, this, and then maybe over here we have some miscellaneous stuff. And then I was thinking like maybe nether over here, have some nether brick or red nether brick or some of the warped wood over here. I don't know, that could be cool. Or maybe we put the stone here. I don't know. I kind of like this little divot into here as a little secret passageway. You know what? I just sold myself. We're going to do the stone over here. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to need to decide where these chests are going to be and how we're going to label them. So I think the first line of chest should go about right here. I'm just going to outline it a little bit. And I think we said 2 below where we're standing. So I think that looks good. And then that's about as tall as I can reach. I could reach one more, but I think that's a little too high. We'll probably have the labels be on this pillar right here. And then maybe this pillar could also be labels for this side. And we could have chests right here. And then maybe we could build this out to kind of cover that up a little bit. One of my biggest, yeah, that looks good. One of the biggest problems that I have, we might not even need this so close. If both of those are chests, I don't mind if the chests stick out a little bit. Like if like this is a chest right here, or you know what? This might make more sense. If we get rid of this, pull this out a little bit, and then pull this back out like it was, we could have another layer of chests here. And then this could be our label for these chests. That's literally what you just had, Donuts. I think I just moved it over 1. So if that labels these chests, that's just a decoration pillar. That labels these chests. This will need to label these chests. And I think there's one there, and that's about as tall as that is. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna get some item frames so I can keep this straight. And I think I've got some chests here too. So I've got label, chest, chest, label. That looks good. Label, chest, and then decoration will have another chest, and then this will be a label somehow. We might need to push this back, but is this corner too close or too treacherous? I think that's okay, right? Getting that snuck in there a little bit. That'll go down 1. I'm liking that. I am liking that. Now, the obvious decoration block is gonna be stone brick. I think that's the go-to. I think that's what I have in my head. That's what we all have in our heads, but I am not entirely sold on it. It's just so basic, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with basic, but what if we could spruce it up a little bit? What if we went with the tough blocks here? See ooh, that is surprisingly not bad. I'm gonna try out these deep slate bricks now. I hear a zombie though. Is there a zombie over here somewhere? Oh, there's a zombie close by. Yes, there is. Not anymore. So those are our 3 options. We've got the regular brick, which really blends in with the stone. We've got the dark deep slate bricks, which almost looks fiery and burnt. It has that burnt effect. And then we have the tough blocks, which I never thought I was gonna like. But if we're being honest, being in the jungle, it kind of goes really well with the greenery. It's got that little hint of green in it, that little tint, and it just kind of works. Do I try cobblestone? I don't feel like I would like cobblestone, you know? I think for sure we're not doing the normal stone bricks. I think we're going with the tough. I think we're going with the tough. The only problem with that is, well, I'm gonna need to go farm up some more tough blocks now. And we might even put some like polished tough back here to kind of change up the texture. Yeah, actually we could just kind of do that randomly, couldn't we? Oh, I love it. And we'll probably do the same glowstone until we have some more alternate lighting methods. But now the question becomes, what do we use instead of the leaf blocks? How do we kind of give this a little canopy? What we could could do is if we have some oak kind of sporadically put in here. Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know. And then some fences. I was thinking kind of like a mine shaft, right? Like if that's glowstone right in there, put some glowstone there, have this come out here. Oh, and then have maybe some fences just as decorations. Yeah, I don't think that's good at all. I think that's pretty terrible. It might have to be a little bit more structured instead of just randomly placed like the leaves are. It might have to be an actual like built type of thing. Oh my goodness, I just had a thought. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, dripstone, huh? Dripstone up here, and maybe some glowberries with the little vines hanging down. I don't know. We've got a lot of stuff to play around with, but something is very apparent. I've got to go get more tuff. I've got to figure out what to do about this roof, and I'm gonna go get some glass so that way I could switch all of this out for glass so I can give you guys a real look at what it is. I'm gonna close off this side. I want to make this kind of more flowery and more of like a planter box almost type of thing, because we don't have the whole episode to make this storage place, and I'm already happy with it. I think you guys get the gist of it. You guys see the little details I'm going to add, and I am really excited for our next project. So I'm going to go touch this up off camera real quick. But before I go, I just got up here. Does anybody have an answer to why my Endermen are not despawning? They all have blocks in their hand, and I know that Endermen don't despawn with the blocks in their hand, but as you can clearly see down there from the grass and the dirt that they're placing, they're clearly able to place the blocks. Is it just the random RNG? Is this just how normal worlds are with the Endermen? Because they are literally everywhere. Anyway, I'm gonna go touch this up a little bit. I'll get all of these down here, and I will be right back. And I've done quite a bit of work, beautiful people. I am pretty darn happy with what we've done right here. I'm not completely finished yet, but you can see I got a lot of these supports in, which I think look really good. I just now started to add a little bit more bamboo underneath the main walkway to thicken it up a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be good enough though. I don't know if I need to make the supports a little bit more shallow, or if I do like how low they hang, and I kind of like how low they hang right now. You'll notice that I did switch out the fences for glass panes, and I made it a smooth, continuous block of glass panes, which I think looks really good. I just like the glass look. I don't know. I think it makes it a little bit fancier, a little bit more professional. And I'm playing around with putting carpet over it. I know this is really old, like 2017 trick of Minecraft, maybe even older, putting carpet on glass panes. I just think it looks really neat. I don't know if I like it or not, but we'll see. I put in our lanterns, and then I kind of changed up the pathway just a little bit, make it look a little bit more natural. I want to figure out some of these more awkward blocks and see what I want to do with them. And I will add in a nether chest area, or just miscellaneous chest area with like maybe sandstone or nether brick or something like that. But as you can see, for this top block here, I went with moss. How genius is that? Moss and the green little tint of the tough block. I think this looks really good. And I brought together, I extended this walkway out. I did add a little border of dark oak, and I put in some lanterns on this side, not on this side. I think this looks really good. And where the dark oak stops, you can kind of tell that, okay, you're supposed to be over here. So then it starts again. It's supposed to be a walkway. And then when it stops, oh, hey, look, here's the chest area. So I think that makes me really happy. I still got to figure out a lot of stuff underneath here and obviously make this pretty still. But as I was building this, I was going back and forth, and I was using up our elytra, and then I realized I had to repair it again. And so I took some out, and it was quite expensive on the anvil. And I think we have some bad news. I think we have hit too expensive on our elytra. Now we do have a second pair of elytra here. This is only unbreaking 2, but we can change that around. But it seems as though our dreams of not having mending is, well, not gonna come to pass. And so it's time to take a break from the building part of the episode, and we're gonna go exploring in the world. And by exploring, I mean I've already found a place that I want to go. If you don't remember, I do not have any qualms using chunk base to figure out where certain biomes are or where certain structures are in this world, mainly because I just want to keep this world file size as small as possible. So that way when new terrain comes out or new generation or new anything, then it's not that far away. For example, we are going to need to travel far away to find the brand new pigs and chickens and cows because we just have the default ones in this world. But what I have done, we are going, oh, it's a certain direction. We're flying far, not super far away, but far enough away. In this direction, I have, before this episode even started, I found a desert right here. So I made a portal and I just want to show you guys. Here we go. Oh yes, a mangrove. That's what it is. A mangrove swamp. And look at this. It is just gorgeous, right? Let's fly on up here, get some more fireworks, make sure our elytra are doing well. Yes, we've got a sand desert over there. We've got some sand over there. Strangely enough, we've got another jungle here and a beautiful, beautiful amplified terrain of, what is that, more jungle or just mangrove swamp up here, some savanna. Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. So if I ever get sand from off camera, this is where we're going. And honestly, this is a pretty neat place. I'm in love with this amplified terrain generation. You guys are in love with this amplified terrain generation, but this is not where we're going today. Dang it, that is breathtaking every time. Okay, no, next to find mending, we obviously need a village and villagers, which is unfortunate, but we also, this episode, I want to try and find and build a swamp so that way we can build a slime farm. And I think through this portal is going to be just that. So together, here it is, our first impression of the swamp. Now, I thought swamps are a lot more flat in the amplified. In fact, it might be over here. Let's just zoom all the way over here. Oh yeah, this is going to be perfect. Oh my goodness, that's so perfect. That's so flat. That's going to be right next to our portal. Yes. This is nice. And we've got these flowers. I'm taking these flowers. I love, love, love these flowers. And brown mushrooms. Boy, oh boy, we're going to need brown mushrooms for our slime farm. Yes, this is so good. We've got pigs, which apparently they're the normal pigs, which is okay. Ooh, look at that. That's so cozy. But I figure we have a desert over there. We have a jungle at spawn. My next favorite biomes, look at all the lily pads. My next favorite biomes are the cold biomes. And look at that. I haven't generated this terrain before. Look at this. Oh, wow. We've got the swamp here, and then we've got this beautiful amplified terrain and this village. Look at this village. Oh, and we have the pigs. Oh, and those are cows, not the pigs. Donuts. Oh, polar bear. Wow, wow, wow. This is gorgeous. Look at that mountain. Ice spikes over here. Oh boy, do I love this more than my single player world? Oh wow. I might, wow. I don't want to explore too much, like I said, but look at this. This is something like out of a sci-fi show. This is so cool. But we gotta focus. Donuts. Oh wow, this little cozy cottage. I love the cold biomes. I just did a really, really cozy tree farm in my single player world. I highly recommend checking out that video. I know it's a little weird because the first couple episodes of that experience are not normal, but I'm loving what I'm doing in that world too. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to find, okay, there's a nitwit there. Let's ring the bell. Oh no, zombie, get out of here. I want to find where some of these villagers are currently living and seeing if, okay, so you just got a job. All right, you're in here. Let's get a block ready. Nope. No. Oh, are you going in there now? Sure. There you go. Go in there. Yep. And block, because what I want you to do for me, sir, I brought a lectern and we are just gonna, oh, nope, okay. You're gonna do that and we are gonna get mending. I did bring some emeralds and I just really hope that this doesn't take too long. We're gonna do it. I didn't want to do this. I really legitimately didn't want to do this. But if the elytra get too expensive and I'm worried that I'm not even going to be able to put mending on this elytra. So what I'm going to do, I do want to kind of maintain the, I guess, spirit of not having mending because it was kind of fun to repair stuff, you know? It makes you think in a different way. So eventually, I'm sure we will get mending on everything, but so far, I really haven't needed to repair many tools except for my pickaxe once and then the axe on camera this episode. But unfortunately, it looks like we are going to need mending mending on this pair of elytra. Is that what you call it? You call it a pair of elytra? I'm gonna make a trapdoor. That villager is moving around way too much for my comfort. I know I'm gonna accidentally hit him. But also, we found some beetroot seeds and some snowballs. All right, villager, there you go. That's gonna make me feel a lot better. And unfortunately, I think this is gonna take a while. Literally 10 seconds later, we have mending, and I don't have the emerald for it. No, that's okay. I'm gonna lock in the trade here. I've made that mistake before with mending villagers. It's nighttime now. Let's sleep. Man, this feels so cheap. I was really happy not using mending. Oh, we've got strays. We're catching strays out here. Now I just need to make some emeralds. How are we gonna do that? Let's see what the village has. We've got some coal. That might not be a bad idea. We've got plenty of coal here. Yes, let's go ahead and lock in coal. I know I could technically just like cure the villager and then his prices will be reduced, but ain't nobody got time for that. Ooh, we've got lots of crops back at home, but not here. Like I said, I am really worried about this pair of elytra just not being able to be repaired, because if it's too expensive to repair, it might be too expensive to put the mending enchantment on. Oh, this is gonna take a lot of emeralds, I think. And despite me kind of not really wanting to be out here getting mending, this is kind of the nitty gritty stuff that I really like about Minecraft on YouTube. Every single game of Minecraft is a little bit different. So the way everybody plays Minecraft is a little bit different. And so I think that's just fascinating. And if this was my Minecraft video, a couple years ago, I would have cut all this stuff out, just would have showed you a little mini montage, but that's not what the Minecraft experience is all about. Doing these tiny little chores. Oh, there we go. This is part of the charm of the game, figuring out your own little problems and solving them and going to different places. I love it so much. I'm really happy you guys are enjoying this type of series and this type of style of video. I tried my best years ago to do the really fancy editing and music and montages and all this stuff, and that was fun in its own right. But that's just not how I enjoy Minecraft. I like doing this kind of cold cut commentary type thing. Very classic Minecraft, as it's been pointing out so much. And that's what I fell in love with. And so that's what I want to do. And especially with my other channel being kind of the main moneymaker, you could say, that kind of gives me some freedom to be like, hey, donuts, just do what you want on this channel. And I very much like that. A villager, hello. Oh, he got discounted prices. Thank you. I'm going to do this. Let him upgrade. I think they refresh their stock when they upgrade like that. Yes, there we go. Unfortunately, we don't have any new trades. How much was the mending book? Oop, 14. He lowered his prices, and there he's out of coal. Bummer. How much was this? 32. We're one away. We're one away. All right, I've got enough coal. Hopefully that was enough time to let him refresh his trades. Is it you? Is it you? Yes, it is. Sweet. Let's take you for all you're worth. Thank you very much. All right, my man, how's it going? I would like one mending book, please. Thank you. And here I am with no anvil. Luckily, we have enough iron for an anvil. And the moment of truth, here it is. I think I already know the answer. Too expensive to put mending on this Unbreaking 3. That is horrible. But what if we took this Unbreaking? I mean, this is Unbreaking 2, so that'll clearly work. But what if that's too expensive too? Oh no, that's too expensive too. Wow. This really is a huge waste of an elytra. That is crazy. That is, wow. Well, I guess we'll use it till it breaks, and we'll have to go to the Blaze farm so that way we can actually, you know what? We have another lectern here. What if we just made an Unbreaking 3 villager? I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Are you happy being a cartographer? Well, you are a cartographer no more. Allow me to introduce to you the wonderful occupation of giving me an Unbreaking book. Specifically, an Unbreaking 3 book, if you could. That's another mending book, and it's way cheaper. Oh, but I already have mending. You guys are gonna hate me, but I'd rather have a different type of book. That's mending again. What are the odds of that? That's crazy luck. That's insane. That's insane that that just happened. And I don't know how you guys are going to react to this. If you'll be like, ah, Donuts, you're so weak. It's episode 3 and you're already doing this. It's only because I need those wings to play in this world. It's such a big difference. And to save on the wings, this is exactly what I love about Amplified. We're going to be building rail systems and nether portals everywhere. And the Happy Ghast, I played around with the Happy Ghast in the snapshot world. Oh, I cannot wait until that is here. It's gonna be perfect. And if you are somebody who does like villager trading, personally, I do also like villager trading. I think it's really fun. We will have a jungle village. I love the fact that the jungle villages have their own different costume and it's all secret and hidden and it's not normally spawned in. So we will have that for sure. I wanted to see how far I could go without the most overpowered, easy access stuff. And apparently that elytra, oh man, that was the line in the sand, I guess. And this is taking substantially longer than the last time, if you couldn't tell. Mending number 3, I guess technically 4. Mending number 5, only 10 emeralds, what a steal. Mending number 6 for 14 emeralds. Mending number 7 for 28 emeralds. Unbreaking 2. This is the first Unbreaking book I've seen. It's been literally 20 minutes, and this is the first Unbreaking I get. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't. I'm in this far. I've done it for 20 minutes. I got nothing else to do today, villager. We can do this back and forth all day long. I'm full-time YouTube now. I have no life anymore. Unbreaking 1. It's possible. It means it's possible. Efficiency 5 for a stack of emeralds. Oh. Mending number 8 for 16 emeralds. Mending number 9 for 30 emeralds. Unbreaking 1, 25 minutes in. Unbreaking 1 again for 5 emeralds. Mending 11 with 30 emeralds. Mending number 12 with 36 emeralds. Hey, at least that one cost more than the one we actually got. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It happened. It happened. 35 minutes. That took 35 minutes for that to come up. And we need some paper. Luckily, Donuts is a little bit smart, and I did remember to bring some paper, at least some of this stuff. Hello, paper. All right, your trade is locked in. We need 25 emeralds. Let's see how much paper we can make, and how much is that gonna get us for? Let's go ahead and get you upgraded, so maybe you'll give me a cheaper price. 24, nice, and we got flame, not too bad. Ooh, and he unlocked a book trade, which is way better than the paper trade, because I also brought leather. See, I'm telling you, sometimes I'm smart. I'm not going to make all the books though, because, you know, I don't think that would be all that smart. And knockback. Okay. Not the best trades, but that knocked the unbreaking trade down. And now we can finally get, 21 emeralds. Nice. An Unbreaking 3 book. Oh, yes. I am going to trade a little bit more, see if he can't. Oh, no. Do I not have enough? That's okay. We'll let him go. We'll let him go. Well, not exactly let him go, but, you know, he can refresh his trades. Yeah, like he just did. And he's upgraded again. Okay, we've got a clock and book and quill. All right, so not the best villager, but another Unbreaking 3 book for 20 emeralds. That's pretty nice. And hopefully we can use this guy. Okay, we've got a name tag now, which is great. I love name tags. That's very important in the Minecraft world. Okay, we've got enough for another Unbreaking. How much was the mending guy? There's been a spider out here this whole night that's been bugging me. I think the mending was 34, wasn't it? Hello, you're just trapped in here. 32, okay. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some more. All right, I think I cleaned up my inventory. I think I've traded with this guy for as many resources as I've got. I could seriously get lost just trading with these villagers. I do really love villager trading. I think it's really fun. All right, we've got another mending just in case, because I think off camera, I might go back to the end and get another pair of elytra just as a backup, just in case Dumb Donuts has another incident like this. But now let's do this here. I know this already has Unbreaking 2 on it. There's mending. That's 10. What about if we put Unbreaking and mending on this one? That'll be 2 levels. Okay, I'll take that. And then just to double check, that's going to be too expensive. Bummer. And that's 13 levels. Unbreaking 3, mending elytra. Oh, Donuts, don't mess this up. And we have one more mending thing. We have an Unbreaking thing. I'm going to use it until it breaks. Hopefully it doesn't kill me in the process, but at least we have a full version to use now, which is good. And I am certainly going to want to get a sugarcane farm really going, not only for the fireworks for the elytra, But also for this guy. This guy's magical with all the books and all the paper trades. Yeah. Oh, and we've got an Enderman out here too. Look at this little gift the Enderman gave us. Thank you. Now, as I'm running out here, the first thing that comes into my mind, boat racing. Right? Boat racing, like maybe starting off right here, get a little head start, and then we have a little course with some obstacles. And this is a big frozen lake, so we can go all the way around here, or a straightaway or something, kind of carve into the mountain maybe. Do boats still have slime block launchers or interact with slime block launchers? Because then we can jump up over here and just go through this beautiful scenery of all of this. I'm going to get on top of this mountain. That's what I want to do. Lava still pouring down. Look at this. One of my problems I think I'm realizing, especially with this amplified world, is that I'm not confident that I can build anything in Minecraft that's going to be more breathtaking than this. But man, am I happy we found this, especially the ice spikes. This is going to be so good. Ooh, there's going to be lots of cobblestone down there with all that lava. Do you guys like cold biomes? I love cold biomes so much. They're so cozy to me. Need to start putting up polls on this channel about what you guys' favorite biome is. Llamas, let's go. But distractions aside, ooh, this is a shipwreck? Distractions aside, here's another distraction. Thanks, Minecraft. We've got some moss, we've got bamboo. Man, we couldn't have that. Ooh, suspicious stew. Let's go. And a Thorn's leather cap. What else do we got in here? Isn't there something else? There's usually 2 chests in these, right? I only see the one. Oh, well. Oh, and of course, now it's snowing. We'll just sleep the night away. And before I got distracted again, the next project is going to be a slime farm, but this is going to be really, really easy. Look at the cows and the pigs. That's so cool. We need a 33 by 33 area. And like I said, just outside of our portal, I think this is it. We're gonna jump over here and see if there's anything. Ooh, we got frogs, which means we can get frog lights if we want to. Yeah, look at that. And we've got some mega taigas over there. This is a beautiful swamp. Not a lot of flat ground for slimes to spawn, but that's actually okay, especially with all this lake right here. That's gonna be really good for the farm. Donkeys. Oh, and that tree fell over. In terms of our slime farm, I think I'm gonna put it over here. This is next to the mega taiga, and it's kind of nestled up in this kind of ridge line right there. I think that creates a natural divide. This kind of looks a little bit weird going to from the swamp to the cold, so I think I'm going to put it over here. Plus, I think our nether portal is just right over here too. Okay, our nether portal is literally right in the middle of this mountain range here. So instead of putting it there, we're going to put it over there. But first, I got to check out this ruined nether portal, right? Is there a chest here? Indeed, there is. Anything good? We got some gold. Ooh, some lodestones, and that's about it. But before we get started on the slime farm, we need to go back into the nether and then take a flight all the way back home and get all of our stuff for said slime farm and drop off all of this random junk. So allow me to do that and I will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I have moved everything we need all the way over to the swamp, and in the midst, I just had some weird like compulsion that I needed to get my storage all organized. And so, well, I did that. I came down here and I organized everything, not everything, just the stuff that we have now. It's very apparent that I am going to need to expand this and do another section over here, kind of the other dimensional things or nether dimension, end dimension type things. So we'll do another one. Might even include it this episode. But I did forget to mention, as we were building this, what's nice about this storage system and this philosophy is the fact that if new blocks get introduced, I could just move this down here and continue this going. Same thing with this. I can move this over here, or in fact, I can move it over here if we get introduced new blocks. Every storage system I've ever built always kind of falls apart with new updates and new items. Like new woods get added, and then clearly I don't leave enough room for new wood, but here I could just move these flowers down over here and just put the new wood down here. So I'm really excited for this sort of storage system, but we need to get going. We need to get going and build this slime farm. And you might be wondering, Donuts, why are you building a slime farm? Well, I've noticed in my personal play, I use slime balls and slime blocks nearly all the time, and especially here in the amplified terrain generation, we're going to be using slime block launchers both to save our elytra, which by the way, the other pair of elytra did break. I will show you, but just running back and forth between places. It finally broke. Luckily, I didn't die. I was over water. But seeing as I don't have a big source of XP other than the Blaze farm, I do want to be careful with the Elytra. So I do want to build some slime block launchers, and that's going to be, oh boy, we're going to have to take out these guys. I'm not wearing my gold. I'm so sorry. Oh boy, they hit hard. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. Let's get you going. Oh boy. Sorry, kid. You have to watch your family die. I'm so sorry. That's so dark. But I also, like I've mentioned a couple times in these episodes, I have some ideas for some really creative and fun ways of exploring. Oh, I love this world. I love this world so much. But where did I say we were going to build this? Yes, we're going to build it over here. In fact, you could see I've marked it there. That's going to be our center point there. I was going to build it over here because I was like, ooh, that's a really fun looking place right next to this cliff. And then I thought, well, if it's right next to a cliff, then we don't want other mobs spawning. So I decided to come out here, and I think this is a little bit better, flatter of a ground. And I put some lily pads down here in between our utilities list. And so here we have some of this. Let's get out a Do I have a crafting table? Always forget to craft a crafting table. Oh, there's an arrow coming out of my head. Oh no. And we're just gonna need a ton of spruce wood. And in fact, I might switch it up a little bit with some jungle wood too, just to make it look a little bit more exciting. But for those of you who don't know, this is a slime farm designed by Il Mango. It's very famous. I'm gonna need to grow some mushrooms. And I know there's probably better ways to do this. I've seen this done with like copper bulbs, but personally there's just something about using brown mushrooms that I just love. And if you don't know the basics of how this works, it's very simple. We are in a swamp, which slimes can spawn in swamps, and back in the 1.18 update, I believe it was, they made it so that hostile mobs could not spawn on any block unless there was a light level of 0, which is different than how it was before it was light level 7. And so they changed it so that the light level was 0, except slimes are either not considered hostile or they just forgot about slimes. I don't know what it was really. These jungle logs are going to go away. This is going to be powdered snow. I just want to put this in the center right now. Sorry, this in the center so I don't forget. And what the heck, let's just go ahead and do the iron golem right now. Let's build up an imaginary block. There we go. Let's take that out. And hopefully you just fall right into place here. Yeah. Oh, that's my first iron golem. Nice, hired help, let's go. And so now the magic formula for this, because we're going to use mushrooms, I love using podzol. I just love podzol so much. It's my favorite dirt block. I believe we need to go out, that's 3, 4, I think we need to do 8. That would be 8 right there. So hopefully we have enough podzol. If not, we've got some spruce wood and some natural podzol just lying around here. And if the hardest part about this farm is getting podzol and growing the mushrooms and having enough mushrooms, then that is fun to me, because I remember the painstaking process it was back in the day to go underground. Well, first to find a slime chunk and then find out where the chunk borders are and then just mindlessly mine out so much stone, so many blocks just to get some slime blocks. And with how prevalent they are, I really like that they can, well, first of all, be found in swamps, but I like how genius and simple this farm is. Slimes are also one of my favorite mobs too. I love the weird, wacky ideas for mobs in Minecraft. I love the blaze. I really like the striders, even though they're kind of useless. As weird as it sounds, I don't even mind the phantoms. I was using them for their membranes, clearly, and I think I might use them this series for some slow falling potions, so that could always be good. And we're out already of podzol. Okay, well, honestly, that's not too bad. Before I go over to that forest and get some more podzol, I'm gonna farm up some of these mushrooms. It's becoming very apparent to me that I'm gonna need a lot more mushrooms. I might have to do that after we build the actual structure. But dang it, if I could spend a half an hour trying to get the unbreaking book from a villager, I can spend a little bit of time growing some mushrooms. I'm just gonna come over here. Oh look, there's mushrooms over here. Okay, that's a nice little bonus. And don't worry, I'll come back over here with some dirt later on and fill this back in, unless it looks really good without this, in which case I might just leave it. You guys hear that? There's a zombie nearby. It's like right here too. There's definitely a cave down here somewhere. Oh, hello. This looks like it opens up somewhere, does it not? Ow. Okay. This is a bad idea. Oh, this is a really bad idea. Oh, there's so many things. I legit thought this was gonna be a spawner. I mean, it might be. Look at how many skeletons are over here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not getting like snuck up on by a creeper or anything. This is where I need to get my pods, all this underground stuff. Yeah. Well, no spawner, but this is gonna be great if we ever need podzol in the future. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's in the side of this wall right here. Look at that. Anyway, detour aside, we have a couple stacks of podzol. I think this might be close. If not, we know where to get some more. And I'm sorry if I keep repeating it, but that's the kind of stuff that I love about this series. I could cut all of this out and just jump cut to where this thing is already built and be like, look at this, we've got slime now, let's do this other thing and just keep you going. But I don't want to do that. This is the story of this video, you know? This is the story of the slime farm. But now we need to have a little bit of a border, and I think I want to do this type of stair design, just like so, and going all the way around. And after that's done, we get ourselves some tinted glass, which I did uncover another amethyst and just really make sure all of the, I don't know what you call them, the budding amethysts were all exposed. So that way I got a lot of amethyst, because I do want to take this tinted glass and go finish our blaze farm and make it actually look good. So I will definitely do that if I do have leftover tinted glass. And I substantially overestimated how much tinted glass I was gonna use here. That's quite all right. More for the blaze farm. I love it. Look at how much tinted glass I got now. Sweet. I do want in these corners, I think I want to make those logs. I think that'll be really cool. And then I believe we'll just do stairs on top now. Oh yes, look at that. By the way, look at this. I'm sorry. We're getting sidetracked all the time in this episode, in this series. It's who I am, okay? I love getting sidetracked. Ooh, that's a lot of iron over there. Like I said, sidetracked from sidetracked. Okay. I have never, ever found a fossil before. And this one has some, I think, coal in it. Yeah, so I want to excavate that one of these days. Those were introduced way back in the day, like 1.10, I want to say. Never found one of those ever before. Really missing that swift sneak right about now. We're going to need to take on an ancient city one of these days. But that is our last stair. And I think from here, it's just slabs on the top. Yeah, I think so. And then we've got mushrooms in there, and that's it. We got to replace that with powdered snow, but that's it. I think we're doing really good. At least I can place it down here. This is much faster than if I were on top sneaking like I was the stairs. And this roof is comprised of bottom slabs. Oh my goodness, if I could place blocks right. So that means mobs cannot spawn on them. And between the tinted glass and the stairs on this side, it's going to make this entire room a dark room, which means hostile mobs can spawn in here. But we're going to be placing mushrooms on the ground, which, if you didn't know, emit a light level of 1, which is perfect because that means that normal zombies, normal skeletons, normal creepers cannot spawn, but as we just discussed, normal slimes can spawn. And I do love the way that the spruce wood and the podzol interact, and eventually I will, like I say, put some jungle wood down here. I like how it looks in this swamp. It almost looks like a witch's hut, like a really big witch's hut. And now I am really curious because I think I might have done this all wrong. No, this is 3 tall, right? In the video, these blocks are half a block taller. Uh-oh. Let's just agree not to talk about what just happened, okay? Oh, man. Look, if building an entire floor or entire building 1 block off isn't incredibly relatable to you in Minecraft, well, then you're just a much better Minecraft player than I am, which is fine. I'm not knocking ya. Just saying good for you is all. But here we have the powdered snow, and the only thing we need to do now is get some mushrooms, plant them in here, and it's probably gonna take a whole bunch of mushrooms too, because we literally need to cover this entire spot. Because if you see this number right here, this 1, that's the light level. If I take away this mushroom, it goes to 0, but these emit a light level of 1. And that's all the mushrooms we have so far. So what will be several minutes for me and instantly for you, I'm gonna grow some mushrooms, chop down some mushrooms, realize my axe is almost broken, fly back home, repair my axe, head back to the swamp, and place some mushrooms. And we should be in business. Look at this field of mushrooms. Let's get on out of here because there is another thing that we could still do to improve these rates. Oh, there's our slime. Very good. And there were some slimes that I don't have. Slime balls. There we go. So the slimes will spawn in here. They'll jump towards the iron golem, and then the powdered snow will damage them and then break them down until they're just one wide, in which case the campfire kills them and we get our slime. But there is a way to increase the slime spawning on this platform, and that is, according to the Ilmango video, that is to build out a 3 wide gap from here. And I'm gonna double check before I do the ring all the way around. I think it is right here. I think you could walk right up to it, but we'll see. But the reason this works is because, and this might need to be a half slab underneath, like this level. Again, I'll check this time. I'll reference the video, and hopefully Editing Donuts remembers to put the link in the description for the tutorial that I'm watching. But I think this allows the game to kind of look at this as a semi-spawnable block at the edge here and increase the rates. And I really think that's correct. But I think this makes it so that the game, like when it checks this spot, it sees this as like a valid platform for the slime to be on too. So I think that's how it works. And I did just double check. It is this level and it is 3 wide. And the good thing is that we don't even need that much slime right away. I just want a good amount for some pistons, but it already sounds like this thing is going ham. I really am curious. All right. And that is the actual farm itself already built, even with the shenanigans of me accidentally placing the roof wrong, needing to go back and repair my axe, needing to go grow the mushrooms still. We are looking at less than an hour, even including all of that, which is so cool. But now let's get a little platform. Dang, these slimes are so loud. And we've already got 37 slime balls. Not too bad. And I still want to make this look a little bit better. Like I might put some slabs underneath here eventually. And then I like doing this. I like putting jungle logs underneath the spruce logs underwater. So that way it makes them feel really dense and as if it's almost like mossy. I think that's really cool. Yeah, there we go. I put some on the corners. So this really looks like a platform now. Oh yeah, that just adds so much more immersion to it. Like it's a structure that's supposed to be there. And yes, I accidentally stripped this when I was placing stuff. Look at it go. Look at it go. Ah, yes. But now I want to do something a little bit different. Oh wow, we've got all those already. Sweet. So let's do that. I want to use an auto crafter because I think this is one of the coolest things in Minecraft now. At first I was apprehensive because I was like, I don't know how I feel about auto crafting, but genuinely I feel like it's done in such a good Minecrafty way. I am all for it now. And so I'm working a little bit backwards. We need to have a comparator come out of here. I think it needs to be in subtraction mode. I believe we'll have a comparator going into that with another crafter, and we're gonna click all of these up. And I think we just connect these because then once this fills up, will it click it? It does not. Do I need to leave one and let one go? Let's try that. And there we go. No, it doesn't. Okay. It's working. You just need to make the signal stronger, right? That's all full. Let's try this now. Let's put in some slime balls. Is that gonna do it? Please? I think that should do it. No. Oh no, there we go. There we go. There we go. Let's try it. Please. It didn't do it. Oh, because the block is up there. Donuts. Oh. Yeah, there we go. We're doing it. Let's do it again. Nice. Never do redstone on camera. Isn't that like typical Minecraft YouTuber 101 sort of stuff? Come on, Donuts. Oh, that's so cool. It automatically puts the slime blocks in there. Oh, that's going to save so much on storage. I love that. And it's so cheap and easy too. Like this is not a lot of redstone. And we have 11 slime blocks already. Let's go. So now all we need to do is make an AFK platform. I think it's 120 blocks up, and I've always wanted to have a design of an AFK platform that sort of made sense within the world. Maybe not made sense, but at least look more aesthetic than what we're about to do with just a glass box in the sky. And I think if we create kind of a mini island with some slime blocks that we can ender pearl to, I think that'd be a really cool, well, first it'd be a really cool way to use the slime balls and the pistons and everything, but it also just makes places like this feel a little bit more special. So let's place our bed down, our torch, and I'm gonna get rid of this pillar because this pillar is ugly. And even by just doing that, we have 4 more slime blocks. Now we can fly up to this glass dome and we could just AFK here. And you could see how just the one color is really ugly. So off camera, I'll jungle it up and make it look a little bit better. But also we get to enjoy this view. Look at this view. It's gorgeous. So I will be spending some time in that AFK area. Dang it, this valley or this like range just looks so cool. But overall, I don't need that many slime. I just feel much better now that we have access to it. And we're getting them automatically. That's so cool. And now with the slime farm out of the way, we can move on to our final project of this episode. And trust me, I have saved the best project for last. Last episode, I promised you one of the most interesting chicken farms you'll ever see on YouTube, and I fully plan on committing to that promise. Although I do have to admit, in between the slime farm that we just made and what you're seeing right now, I went back to the end and I cleared out the end cities that we originally discovered, and I got quite a bit more shulker boxes, and I got a lot of things organized. I have valuables, shulker box, redstone, iron, fireworks, ender pearls. I feel so much better. And as I was clearing out some of our old chests, I found some books that we could put on here, like Soul Speed 3, which I think will be great because we're definitely going to want to do another episode soon. And then I thought, you know, hey, might as well put looting on this sword. Sharpness, sweeping edge. It has fire aspect on it, but I can deal with that. But now, in terms of the chicken farm, yes, we very well could put in a fully automatic like chicken cooker, and I think we still might somewhere. But as I was exploring this area, you could see right over here in this wall, there's this ledge that I was interested in. And I was like, I don't know if there's enough room for a full chicken or animal farm here. But then as I kept going around, we have this beautiful little peninsula area over here. And it just looks so good. Let's give you a good shot of it. Yeah, there you go. So that's a nice little island. And the idea for this, and perhaps other animal farms too, is that I don't really want a big fence. I want it to be sort of natural how these guys are stuck inside of here. But there are a few problems with chicken farms I've noticed in the jungle. The main one being ocelots. Ocelots naturally kill all of the chickens. I've built chicken farms in other jungles, and then I've come back to where all of the chickens are dead because of the ocelots. And so that's why you see everything here is transformed into podzol, because according to the wiki, ocelots can only spawn on grass. And so I grew, like, this place already had a good amount of podzol in here. I just grew some more spruce trees, and then I went around switching the little patches of grass into podzol. It really didn't take all that long. But the next issue with, well, many animal farms is the fact that a lot of animals tend to gather in the corners of places, and I really want them to gather more naturally, I guess. So that's why we are going to dig out the ground just a little bit, maybe one layer, and then I want to do a little bit of terraforming to make this too tall, because like I said, they gather up in corners, but also they gather, like, I've noticed mobs tend to try and pathfind to the highest point in the area. It's very strange. If you have like a big group of animals and you place a block near them, they will like to stand on top of the block. I don't know what it is. You'd think that would only be like mountain goats or something, but no, it's like chickens and cows and sheep. So unfortunately, this will have to be semi-flat. We can make it natural. We can give it a little bit of a shape to it eventually, but I just want to start off like this, and I will try to make this look as natural as possible. Okay, so this is a little more uniform than we might need it, but we can dirty this up a little bit, make it look natural. Yeah, that's going to be good. Okay, but you get what I'm going for. Okay, this is the natural pen right here, and then we'll replace this with like coarse dirt and podzol down here, and then we'll need to like build up the outside to make it look natural too. You guys know how terraforming works, right? And because this is 3 tall, we can make it look even more interesting. Like we can kind of give it a little bit like that. But this isn't the interesting part. The interesting part is going to be right here, because the vision for this chicken farm is going to be really rather silly. I want to build up all the way up to about right here. And I hope I have enough glass for this. Well, didn't have enough glass, but look at this. Okay, so this is going to be a big old display, and we're going to have a dispenser up there dispensing out eggs, and the chickens are going to fall like a waterfall down here into this pen. And then we're going to have a mine cart go underneath here, a mine cart hopper, and collect all of the eggs, and then we'll see the minecart go up around this thing, go up here, dispense them into the dispensers, and then shoot out the eggs, and that is how we're gonna make, it's basically like the tiny little chicken thing on a big scale. It is silly, it's extra, it's ridiculous. I love this mangrove wood in the jungle. That I like. That might replace the jungle wood that we have in our storage area. That looks like a really good wood. But I want to get this section done first because this is going to be really cool. Not only are the chickens going to drop, there's going to be a bunch of fun bells and whistles and recreational stuff there that it's just, you guys are gonna love it. There's gonna be fireworks and note blocks, and I think a nice bamboo background might be good for this. I'm not sure. Let's test it out. We're not gonna see it a lot. I mean, I guess we are. You know what? Should I push this back a little bit more? I picked here because this is kind of a good spot to be in here. If we push it back a little bit more, it'll be inside the mountain, which nah, this is good. This is good. I don't want to be too far back because otherwise the chickens won't pathfind out here. They'll be stuck. So I want to keep it here. Although I might want to narrow this down. I think 5 wide might be a bit overkill. I love it. I do. I love it. That looks great. We could go with like regular bamboo, but I think the vertical looks a lot better in this case. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think I might want to just double up on this mangrove, which might not be good. I don't know. That's going to look pretty strange too. It's all too like square, but I wonder if I push the second mangrove back. That might be better. That might be better. Yeah, that's going to work a lot better. That's going to be great. And now we need to get into some redstone, which is where all of the magic happens. Let's start simple and just do the lights first. Well, I guess we'll have to do how we trigger this. So up here, we'll put a dispenser, probably on one of the top 2 things. So we'll start around maybe this third one, and then we'll just add on some tripwires all the way down. And I forgot string, of course. So I think we just need to connect these tripwires like so. I don't think we need all of these tripwires, but I do love that you can't even see them. Oh, that's so good. Okay, and then we can go up here, and I think we'll start alternating. I might even put one on the top there, and that looks like to be one of the last ones. That's okay. Do we want it going all the way down? You know what? I think I do. I think I do want those going all the way down. We've got enough tripwire hooks for it, got enough string, but doing that should allow us to throw something down, and it should, yep, awesome. The chickens will fall down more slowly, so it should be a lot easier for the lights to activate every single time. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's a little too fast right now, but like I said, chickens fall down really slowly. And I might build out this cliff so that the chickens go behind the cliff, so it almost feels a little bit more dug in than it actually is. I think I might like that. So now what we should probably do is get the redstone hooked up for the dispenser, and I don't have a piston. The whole reason, Donuts, you made a slime farm was to get sticky pistons, and you didn't even make those. All that work just for one sticky piston. And I always like putting my redstone on stone bricks when I can. And we will like make this look pretty. It's not going to be just redstone out in the wild. We'll bring forward this grass and stuff, but we need to take a comparator signal from the dispenser. If it has a lot of eggs in it, we need an observer going the other way. So that way we get that constant clicking. Beautiful. Our sticky piston goes there, and then we put our repeater there. So it goes on the block. So it extends the piston. I think that's pretty good. Let's test it out with some scaffolding. Yeah, it's not the smoothest thing, but hey, that works out. And if I'm not picking up the scaffolding right away, yeah, all the lights should be working. Look at that. This is ridiculously silly, but I love it. I love it so much. And I think that's all of the tripwires set up. And like I said, we're going to have a minecart that goes underneath here that picks up most of the eggs. I don't think I could do all of the eggs, but you can see we have a decent size right here. So even if we do that little bit, I'm sure that'll be fine. But now we need a place for the minecart to come up and dispense it or drop it into these hoppers, which I kind of want to push back a little bit. I don't know. It's probably going to get locked if we pull it back this way. So I think I'm going to go over just like so and bring it back into the mountain a little bit. And I hope that's not going to be like quasi connected through any diagonally powered redstone. I hope not. If it is, it's not that big of a deal. It'll just slow down the eggs a little bit, but at least we'll know if something gets dropped in the hopper, it'll get dispensed out. Yep, there it goes. Down it goes. And now we just need to build one of those fancy minecart unloaders, which I have conveniently forgotten how to make entirely. I think it starts with one of these, maybe like a powered rail on this. And I imagine we'll be coming in from this way. So let's see where we are at the edge of this mountain. That's not too bad. Although I would kind of like it more over here if possible. Yeah, I think we can snake it around to over here. Although I don't know with how tall we are if that's going to make a big difference. Those are some blocks. I kind of want to go right there on that block. And as weird as this is going to be, I really want to make this in oak wood. I feel like oak wood is going to be a great, I mean, I guess that's kind of what in my brain a mine cart goes on because of the mine shafts, right? But I think this is gonna make everything kind of click together. Having a mine cart go, and I want to wrap it around that island and just make it look almost not like a roller coaster, but almost like a roller coaster, you know? And I hope all this is good. I know mine carts are famous for their really intuitive design, but I think we've got some stuff right there. Okay, that looks good to me. It'll come up into here, it'll go and then it'll drop off all of its stuff into here. It'll dispense the eggs from underneath here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, donuts, we need to make this unloader real quick. All right, I think this is going to be simple enough, right? So it looks like we need to take the comparator signal from the hopper, which makes sense. And then all you really need to do, oh boy, we're at the edge of the jungle. Let's go the other way. Block there. We will then put you right there. Comparator, which goes into a block, which is just a torch, which is above here powering that, which makes sense. And then we go repeater into this block, which is powering that. Okay, I think, man, that's a lot less complicated than I thought it was going to be. I remember those being a lot harder, but then again, I'm pretty dumb. And I think that's it for the redstone up here. I think I just need to connect the minecart now and go, you know, do the minecart stuff underneath there. And then of course, build all this out because, you know, don't want to show any redstone. We'll make this look better. I just don't want to cover it right now just in case something's broken about it. But if you thought the most we were going to do is some fancy lights, oh, you are so sorely mistaken. Because now we get to do a whole bunch of fun stuff. For example, I know that we have a tripwire on the back of this block right here. So we can take a signal from that and pull it down just like so. This is probably such an old way of doing redstone. But then I want to go about around here, I think, go underground, and we're going to use some note blocks. I definitely dug out way more than I should have. I'm just going to go straight from here, and we're going to take this signal, and that's less than 15 blocks. So I think we're in the clear, and we're going to make sure that we have the correct block underneath these note blocks. And we need to set this to 8. This will be at 3 ticks. This will be at 8. This will be at 1 tick. This will be at 10. This will be at 4 ticks. This will be at 8. This will be at 4 ticks. This will be at 13. This will be at 4 ticks. And this one will be at 12. And if we've done this correctly, we should have... Happy birthday, you know, because the chickens are falling down, right? And then they just do this. I love that. That's so good. And of course, I will link the note block tutorial that I used online. There's no way I could figure out. Music is a whole other language that I do not speak. But I think that is going to give us a lot of life into this little chicken farm. See, these are the little details that I think make a Minecraft build come to life. And if you think you're done, you don't know who you're watching. Because now we're going to do the same thing on this tripwire, bring this down, and we're probably going to need to do a little bit more snaking around, but I think I want to put whatever it is we're putting right here, little dispenser, and where should we go? I think we can skirt by right here, I think. Maybe one over, yeah. This one's gonna need a repeater or two, or just one. That's great. Okay, now that that's hooked up, we should be able to trigger it. Hey, look at that. Wonderful. So now every time a chicken spawns from this, it's gonna hit the lights, it's gonna hit the music, and we'll get a firework. How perfect is that? And I don't want this to be the only happy birthday, and I do not want this to be the only firework rocket. I want all of this, that, and the song and the fireworks all around this mountain. And I might want to put in some lights back here too, just to brighten it up a little bit. Do you see the vision? Do you get the concept? I'm having fun. I love these builds. And I decided to go with the white and the plain basic firework because we have that mob farm and I have a ton of bones and bone meal, which, you know, translates to white dye. So I think that's going to be pretty good. I might want a cactus farm to get that green, but apart from a little bit more terraforming and getting the firework dispensers and note blocks and other places in the mountain, I really want to get this rail set up. I think the most straightforward would obviously be just to come from here to there, but we want to wrap around this island in a fun way. And I'm just thinking, do I want to have it come over here? I don't think so. I think that might be a little bit much because then it'd have to go in front of or behind that. So I think we just need to make it go underneath this redstone and then pop out here so it can go over there. And I think around here might be the best kind of visual because I want to be able to like stand up here and see the minecart. And between these two, well, whatever this thing is and the mountain, I think this is probably going to be the best place to put it. So I'll mark it like that and it'll have to be, so that is, okay, so it'll have to be down on this block here because that's going to need to be the ground. How are we looking? Oh, that's perfect because that's right underneath. See, that's why I like using stone bricks. That is right underneath the redstone for the fireworks. So that's perfect. And I think so long as we get like this area full of eggs, like this corner maybe, or you know, however long this corner is, I think that should be okay for this minecart. Oh, I think I'm going to have a lot of dirt after this project's over. In fact, I might just do that off camera because that's going to be a big messy just redstone railing or minecart railing. So I want to do at least the fun part with you. We'll bring this out here. Isn't this a terrifying place to be? And I think we want to quite dramatically bring this up as much as we can, or at least to over here. That might be good. We'll go up a couple blocks in, up again, and maybe turn mid-air. Does this look okay? Oh, I think that'll be okay for now. We can at least test it out. I almost fell there. Oh, but what way do I want it to go up this island? I want it to like wrap around here somehow. I think I want it to come out of there. So I want to be behind that wall there. So I need it to come out there. And then I think I just want to spin it like that. Let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, if that's the case, I might want to go down underneath and then come up and around again. Goodbye, oak planks. Let's get a fair amount into the wall. Maybe down here will be good. And then I think, yeah, we should be good to just make this a little bit of a drop off like so. I think that'll be good. Yep. I like that a lot more. And then we can bring that, oh man, this is so weird. Bring it through the mountain on this side. And our goal is to get to that torch again. So we'll bring this up as much as we can, kind of sharply, and then make a turn around if we can. I don't think this will work though. I don't think that'll work. Oh, it does work. Okay. I mean that, you know, that's obviously there. This is gonna be fun. We could probably just make this like powered mine carts or something. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Okay. That works. There's the torch we want to be around. Well, this should be fine anyway, except I want it back. We turned a little bit too soon. We can go up and around just like so. Now that's perfect. Never mind. It needs to be one taller. Yep, that's good. That's good. We go in the mountain, up and around, and then I'm going to wrap it around here. Yeah, this is great. This is great. And it's extra good because if we go over here, you can see this is where our kind of temporary home base is, right here next to this island. So I very much like that, being able to see this chicken farm working from my base. And then we're going to need to turn a corner, which again, does that work? Can you turn sharply like that? Yes, you can. Okay. And then we'll just keep on going up. And I don't want to go up too much, so I almost want to work my way backwards. Okay, yeah, no, I think we'll be fine. And I think that's tall enough. We can go up to here, and we could very well line it up right now to this block. And then from here, we're just gonna gently go up in a nice steady slope just over this opening. And I might need to go up a little bit faster. Oh, but I'm liking this so much. Let's go. Oh, I don't want to do that. And there it is. Now we're on the same level as this. And that is a connected pathway from down there spiraling around this mountain up to here. Now, how in the world are we gonna power this thing? I think powered rail will power rails up to 3, I think. And we want to do it on either end. And whenever there's like something like this, we might want to as well, if we can, of course. This is a pretty tight spot though, so I don't know if we're going to be able to. Let's just put down rail and then we can worry about the logistics later, especially here, because we might just need to put down some redstone torches, which I'm fine with. And for these straightaways too. Yeah, definitely going to need to power this up somehow. Probably redstone torch underneath would be fine. This really isn't that long of a pathway as I thought it was going to be. I made a lot of rails, and I don't think it matters how dark they are because I don't think mobs can spawn on them. And this is a lot of powered rail, but I think that should be like really good. It's been ages since I built a gold farm, so I kind of really want to do that this series. Ooh, this corner is tight. There's nowhere to put detector rails on both sides, so that might need to be a redstone torch. But there it is, the minecart all set up. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that's going to be to test it out. And I see that ocelot. I see you. I might need to change out this grass for some podzol, so don't be killing my chickens. All right, I'm going to try it from the top. If we can go in, will that give us enough of a boost? It will, just barely. I don't think we're going to have any problems going down. Let's go. Hey, down the mountain. Ow. Going through here and perfect. Now, will we have any problems going up? That's good. This is the part I'm worried about. Yep, definitely not good. Why did that not detect? That is weird. Okay. I guess detector rails don't activate vertically, I guess. That is no bueno. I might just have to do that. And I think that'll power that. And I think that'll allow us to get a couple powered rails up here. And I betcha now we're going to have a problem with this. I really thought that would work. Let's try it again. We should go up and then, yeah. Okay, it powers it this way because this first one powers. It's just the second one. How long do we have once we go through here? Because that'll power the whole thing, but it's for how long? Up we go, and we made it. This one won't power, but I guarantee you, like, this is going to be too long. I mean, we'll try it. Well, actually, no, it's not receiving any power because this one is not powering anything. Well, luckily, they're all just blocks, and we can hide that torch pretty well. Is that lighting everything? That's lighting everything. You're not going to power. I'll probably just sneak a torch right there to power this, and then that should be good. That should be okay. That should be okay. I think these ones won't be okay. Well, actually, no, this one will. This one will, right? Because they're on the same level. Yeah. This might be it. This might be it. All right, let's do it one more time. Up once, up twice. Here we go. Nicely done. All the way up. And will we make it the final stretch? We will. And back down we go. And I think this should still be okay going down now, right? Yes, indeed. And a beautiful view. Wonderful, wonderful view. Just seeing the minecart go up and around this bit. Oh, that's right. Minecarts act differently when there's things inside of them. Guess I'll go with the lever underneath here. But as I was saying, being able to see this minecart travel back and forth just naturally throughout the world, especially bringing stuff in and around, I think it's going to be awesome. Look at it go. And then eventually it should kind of go up there and then bounce back because it's empty. Any second now. Any second now. Okay. Where are you stuck? You're stuck right here. Okay. That is easy. Don't even need to hide the redstone. There you go. Please, I'm begging you, go. Nice. All right, now it'll go up there, take a second, and then be able to come on back out. Yeah, there we go. Oh boy, that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Now we might put that on a timer, maybe just like a daylight sensor, so that way it's not going around the whole time. But depending on how much I make it go around this area, it might be fine to keep it running the whole time. So I think it's time that I pretty up this landscape a little bit, put in some more firework and some note block stations, and you know, maybe get some chickens for this chicken farm. Now look, this is gonna look like a lot more work than it actually was. was. All I did was replace the ground with some coarse dirt and some podzol. I clearly placed down a lot of grass and these bushes, and I put in some lighting. I extended this cliffside in front of our thing. I think that makes it look a little bit more natural and dug into the ground. I like it a lot. But that's really about it. Oh, I also extended the rail, the minecart system underneath here all the way to about right here. In fact, I can show you that really easily. If we go on this side, there's a little bit of a weird terrain generation down here, and I might just hook up our pathway all the way over here. I don't know, that could be pretty cool. But underneath here, you could see this is where the ground is with the podzol and the coarse dirt. And this is where the minecart comes. I had enough minecart rails, which was awesome. And there you could see it. There's the minecart, the hopper minecart. Now I put a hopper in it, and it's just picking up everything that's up there, which is fantastic. And the reason I put so much tall grass in here is because, well, if we're having chickens in here, then we're going to be like throwing out seeds to them, you know, and like seeds, they're going to grow stuff. And I don't know. I like the overgrown feel. It just makes sense for me. It just makes sense. But I do want to show you, I added in some more fireworks displays. So if we go ahead and jump on up here, we have the happy birthday. We have a firework over there, and a firework over on that island. I know it's crazy. I also have a firework up here, but it's triggered by that tripwire up there. I know I went a little overkill with all the tripwires, but just in case I want to add anything in the future, it's right there. It's nice and easy. And so the only thing we have left to do, well, we have a couple things left to do in all honesty, but one of the first things we need to do is we need to get a fence in here, some way of preventing the chickens from leaving. And I'm debating whether or not to keep with the spruce wood. I think it might blend in a little bit too much. I'm not sure. I want to try out building in this mangrove wood. I like the spruce wood because it blends in with the dirt, but at least for this little gate entrance thing that I've got in mind, I think I kind of want to keep it with the mangrove. So I don't exactly want a normal fence, but if we just place in some of this mangrove, I think that might be just fine. And if we continue this on over here and maybe put another one up, it doesn't need to be anything fancy. Let's try get some mangrove slabs. Oh yes, of course. I had 8 eggs that I found throughout the world, and oh yeah, we got a lot of eggs now. I had 1 chicken, so I went out exploring, and over near a savanna biome that's just right around the corner, I found one of these brown eggs with these new brown chickens, and it's taken a lot of AFK time to get this many eggs, so I'm really happy about that. But I want to make sure that nothing can escape to here or away from here, and I think that should be okay. I mean, I don't know. I almost want to extend it out a little bit. I don't know. I just like having that have a little bit of depth. Yeah, I definitely like that a lot. Really simple and easy, and I might, because there's a little bit of an opening right here, I might do a little something right here just with the mangrove wood. It's not super pretty, but I think it's okay. I should probably get rid of this guy just in case we do get I did transform all of this into grass because there was an ocelot in here, and I was like, I don't want that anywhere near here, but I think this should prevent, even if we do get an ocelot, from jumping into here. And I think that should be the same for over here too. Like maybe, I mean, I can't even make that jump, so I think we're safe there. And you know what? I think for now, I want to change these into these fence gates and open them all up for when we drag the chickens all the way into here. But first, what I want to do is I kind of want to go on a test run. I'm going to take all of these eggs. Oh man, that feels so bad. I'm going to take all of these eggs, and I really hope chickens can't get out of here. Oh, I'm gonna put you down. Okay, that makes me feel better. Let's make sure they can't get on here to the second story. All right, I think that's safe. I think that's safe. This was a bit shorter, and they could jump up there pretty easily. So I think this is all good. They can jump up to here. That's not good. There we go. Okay, well, they might be able to jump up to here. Oh, this is so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. Let's just bring this down one. I think that might be the easiest call here. Okay, I think we're good. That way, ocelots can't get in there. Chickens can't get out of here. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I really hope they don't congregate all right here, because that would be bad. If so, we'll just like push up the fence to be right here, somewhere closer to this drop down. In fact, it might be nice if we go ahead and just put in some slabs right there. That feels a little bit better. I like that. But now let's do a little test run. Let's throw some eggs here. I know this is closest to the thing, so we can put some eggs there. We can put some eggs there. Oh, I heard the minecart going. We'll throw some eggs there. Oh, there goes those eggs. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. And then, yeah, we'll just throw these eggs all around here. And I think, oh, yep, there goes those ones. Anytime, any second now. There they go. It's going around. Yep, up there. We're going this way. And there it goes. Okay, so now let's get on up. I think it's going around. There it goes. Okay, it's bringing our eggs around. Let's see if we can't get a shot of it. And there it is. We got chickens. Oh, that's a lot of chickens. Oh, that's a lot of chickens. Oh, firework. There you go. Firework. Let's go. And then we're going to hear a lot of happy birthdays. More chickens. Let's go. This is awesome. Oh, this is the best chicken farm ever, is it not? And here it goes. Hello, little chicken. The most American chicken farm there ever was. Hello, chickens. Oh, and you can all follow me now. Yes. Hello, hello. That's awesome. That I have a dumb smile on my face right now. That was so good. I kind of want to, this is random. I kind of want to make this taller and make it just feel a little bit more grand. Yeah, that looks better. I like that. And then I think we can come inside and put some lanterns on here to brighten that up a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. That way you can see it from this side. You can't really see it from this. I mean, you can, but that looks, I like that. I like that a lot. I almost want to do just like regular planks. That's too flat. I think I'm overthinking this. Put a fence down and be happy, donuts. Well, I think it's time to throw these eggs down on the ground here and get even more chickens. This is going to be a lot of chickens. There goes all of our eggs. I mean, I know I could just throw the eggs down, but we built this whole fancy thing. I don't know if it'll even get all those eggs. That's probably more than 5 stacks worth of them, isn't it? I hear it. It's close. I need to put in like a glass block somewhere. Oh, it didn't get all of them, but it's going up there. That's okay. That's all right. Here we go. Here we go. Chicken. Oh yeah. There's one firework. This is awesome. Why make a regular chicken farm? Seriously, why would you not want to build something like this? This is so silly. And this is also the reason I only did the first, whatever you call it, of Happy Birthday because I did the whole song. Oh man. I know it's probably not going to happen as frequently as it is right now because, you know, we're putting in all of our eggs, but I mean, you never know. This thing is it's fully automatic. So I mean, we're going to have to tend to this. And that's also part of the reason why I wanted this chicken farm to be like this. Sure, you can have them like we are going to build that too. The fully automatic one here, but like this is so much more fun. I just want to make sure it gets these eggs on the next pass. And you see, this is what they were doing in the test world. I think babies tend to pathfind where they were born at. And since it was born like on that block, they pathfind to that block and then they get stuck in the corner. So I don't know, we might need to build something out here to encourage them to move away from there. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, just picked up the egg. Sweet. We'll see once we introduce these adults and start like getting seeds to bring them over here and breed them in this area, see where they go. Because I anticipate they're going to get stuck in the corners, but that's also why I kind of did it like a little slope because I wanted this to be sort of evenly distributed. I know once they're back there, they have like they pathfind to one block and it's like 3/4 of the way like in the corner. I don't know if that makes sense, but either way, I'm really excited about this. Ooh, more eggs. I wonder if I could hear that. I mean, I want to show you what this looks like from the other place where we've been building. You know what I should do? I should put down some, some of these detector rails and hook them up to some lamps over there so I know where the minecart is. But I want to see if we can hear, if there's a chicken, if we can hear the happy birthday from here, because I imagine we'll be able to see the firework. Oh, okay. I cannot. Oh, there it is. I heard it in the firework. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. You see what I mean? We're back in this area and we can see the minecart going all the way around this island. Cause like what else were we gonna use that island for? You know, other than something really fun to look at. You know what? We might put some chickens on that island. Oh, I'm getting so many ideas. I love this world. So for as happy as I am with this chicken farm, I do want to put in one normal chicken farm. You know, the fully automatic one. I'm just so scared that one day they're going to make like ocelot spawn on Podzol or something and then all of these chickens are going to die. So I don't want all my chickens to die in this world. But if you've never done one of these automatic chicken farms, allow me to speedrun it for you. We start off with a barrel or chest with a hopper going into it. Then we're going to put a slab on that. We'll put on a dispenser right there. In this dispenser, we are going to take some redstone, specifically a comparator comparator, and that is going to power this block eventually through means of some observers, just like so, maybe. There we go. Okay, so that's going to make the dispenser go off a whole bunch. We're going to put a piston down there. We'll put the observer right there so it doesn't make us go crazy. I'm going to put a block down here, a block down there, and just make this connect like so. So that way, in case there is anything in here, it'll power that, power the piston, power the observer, and shoot it out there. Now we need to have some eggs go into here, and this is going to house some chickens. And I think we could strip this wood, this mangrove. I'm loving this mangrove. I don't know why. It just looks so nice in this jungle, which is not good because I don't like farming mangrove wood. Okay, that's great. Ooh, I might need to break this block, which is not good for the gravel up there. That's okay. We're going to have this be glass. And believe it or not, right here is where I used to put like a dispenser with water or a dispenser with lava. A lot of people do, but that doesn't work anymore as far as my testing can conclude, because we'll have baby chickens spawning in there. That would be lava, except now when a dispenser hits a baby chicken, it jumps into the lava, which is not good. If it's water, when the baby chickens grow up into that block of water, they don't drown for some reason. Like, for some reason, they're able to breathe in this block. It's super, super strange. So if anybody knows what I'm doing wrong there, feel free to let me know. But maybe I could get away. No, I'm going to be updating that gravel either way. Oh no. Yep, that is unfortunate because I need to get in here because I think I want to put the dispenser right around here, and we'll do the same exact thing. We'll have some glass where the chickens are going to be spawned in, and we will need a hopper going into the dispenser. And I might have built this too far into the mountain here. I think we can salvage it though. If I put a barrel there and then hoppers going from there to there, is that okay? Does that look a little bit, that looks a little weird, doesn't it? Unless I put something, of course, right here, which is right in the way of this. Yeah, that looks terrible. Okay, I pulled it out one block, or I think 2 blocks actually. And I think this is gonna work out pretty well. This is gonna work out okay. We just need to do the exact same thing we did down here with that piston up there. And so, or that dispenser up there. So that should be pretty easy. Hard part is always trying to get these observers facing the right direction, but I think we did it. Cool. And then we've got a piston to put right around there. Beautiful. We'll have a block there, a block there. And if I remember, this should be pretty simple. We have a comparator, a repeater, and if there's anything in here, that'll push it into there, and it pushed it way far out. Okay, I was like, why didn't it go to the second one? Okay, so then this is going to be glass. Well, that's all. Well, this is going to be that solid block that I talked about, like so. Then this will be glass. Oh, we've got a new chicken. Oh, they all grew up. Let's go. This is our first ever natural chicken. Hey, let's celebrate. Oh, that is never not going to get old. And I know you could still see these hoppers, but I think it should be okay. Let's fix the mountain a little bit. I think that should be all right. And I do want to outline this in the mangrove. In fact, I think just the wood will be good. Kind of round out those edges. Yeah, that's going to have to be how it works. Yeah, it's not the prettiest, but maybe we can make it a little bit better by giving it a little bit, well, that might be too much. Just a little bit of an overhang, perhaps? With maybe a lantern on the side. Oh, that looks worse. I think this will have to do. We've got some lanterns. We've got some, foliage around here. I think this is okay. Let's see how many eggs we've got. Ooh, quite a few. And now we just need to jump up here, grab some eggs, throw it in here, and this will spawn in our, I guess, nest chickens. These will get us all of the eggs once they grow up. Once they grow up, the eggs will be dropped into here. They'll do the thing and they'll get suffocated. And yeah, there we go. Okay. What a weird note to end a farm on, huh? Oh, I just heard another chicken. See, that firework almost acts like a warning, like, hey, we've got someone coming. And then just the happy birthday for the one. Oh, it's great. Now, clearly we don't have these eggs getting collected just yet. I need to collect some more iron, but I do love how just natural that is. Ooh, very lucky. And I do really like the new chicken texture for the jungle. I think it looks really nice because the white chickens, they're a little bit farmhousey, but having these orange ones, I really like it. I really like this. And now I want to try something fairly simple. I want to make a little shed. Like we're clearly going to need some storage for everything here. So I just want to do a simple little, like, I don't think we're going to need a lot of storage. I just want a simple little stand. Wow, I misplaced that so many times. Oh my goodness, I did it again. I think that might be too wide to be a shed. I just want some barrels for the seeds, for the chicken, for the feathers, and I think this might be okay. I don't know, do I want like a spruce store type of situation? That kind of looks goofy, doesn't it? I mean, that just looks so small. What do mangrove doors look like? I mean, I think it's okay. I think I like it more than the spruce doors. There we go. That's way better. That's way more of a shed. Okay, that's not the best. I might play around with it a little bit more. Can we? Oh no, I'm gonna push it up one, but I think this is the shape that I want. That's better. That's way, way, way better than whatever we were trying to do before. All right, now in terms of labels, I think we can do this. That'd be okay. Are they gonna pop off from the lanterns? I don't think they are. I think that's all right. So I think eggs should go on top because that's probably what we're gonna use the least. But you know what? I might as well move these lanterns, right? That's gonna be way better. And then we can put some wheat there, chicken there, feathers there, and then maybe cooked chicken there eventually. But for now, that's gonna work really, really well. But you know what? I think this whole place is finally done. We've got chickens spawning in, we've got a mine cart going, we've got a storage place, we've got a normal, regular, boring, fully automatic chicken farm right there. We've got the most American, the best chicken farm ever made on YouTube right here. And I do want to see if we can't drag these chickens away, because chickens are a great way, instead of just using your seeds as bone meal in all of your composters, sometimes it's nice to get some XP out of them. And especially when I've been using my elytra as much as I have this season, it is always, always good to have another source of XP, and breeding and killing chickens is a great way of doing that. There you go, unbreaking or unmending, unbreaking, mending, all topped off. Really, really good. Cool. So now I want to see, we've got all the chickens over here. Are they going to stay over here, or will they drift back into this section? I'm very, very curious. Clearly, if they stay here, the minecart doesn't go past here, so we're going to have a little bit of a problem. But overall, I'm really happy with how spread out they're being. Yeah, we've still got some over here, so it's all right. It's all right. We just got to hope that no ocelots get in here. And now, of course, we can't not look at this through a beautiful shader pack. I upgraded all of my shaders. Hopefully I will remember to put them in the description. And of course you decide to rain right now. This is the complimentary shader pack. This is probably the most common shader pack there is. Let's get a nice broad view of it from way back there. Doesn't that look super cool? In fact, let's show you this place, because this is pretty cool with shaders on too. Oh yeah, look at this. I love this for caving because it makes all of the ores glow. I think it looks so nice. But what has to be my new favorite shader pack is this Bliss shader pack. Now this is not vanilla. It's very, very different, but look, as you can see, the cloud level, you can adjust this. But if you're within the clouds, you get this really deep fog effect, and it is just gorgeous. I love it. It's also pretty terrifying because you don't know exactly where you're going, but man, it looks so cool, but very, very situational. But I still like it either way. Oh, look at that. And it has seasons too. You can see the trees are changing for the season. It's wonderful. But if you want something a little bit more vanilla, the Silder's Enhanced Default, I think, is still the go-to. It's a little bit dark because it's getting nighttime, but this is like the closest to vanilla shader that I found. Looks really cool. I like it a lot. It's really dark and amplified because there's like mountains everywhere, so you get a lot of shadows. So it's really dark, these vanilla shaders, and I have vanilla plus too. So this is vanilla plus. It's pretty dark. Oh, this is cool though. I love this world so much. And this has a little bit of a fog effect too. You go vanilla plus. And before I let you go, first of all, I want to thank you for the huge support of this series. When I first started YouTube, before my Call of Duty Zombies channel really went off, I was first making Minecraft content. That's what I really wanted to do. And so this literally is like a dream come true of just me being able to play Minecraft and you guys like it. But I also want to thank you for all of your patience for this episode. I mean, well, we're like 2 hours into this episode, so these episodes take quite a bit to make, but also the next episode is probably also gonna take a little bit of time, mainly because, I don't know, someone's getting married. It's me. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking some time to do that, but have no fear, I will be back very soon. But I am so happy with this chicken farm, with the slime farm, and this wonderful natural mountainside storage area. I feel like I can take on the world. And if you want to see me take on this world, be sure to subscribe, check out this video, and stay beautiful.